व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। प्रज्ञानांशु प्रतानैः स्थिरचरनिकर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्टान् पुनरपि धिषणोत् भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुं मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि। यो विश्वात्मा विधित विषयान् प्राच्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगत गुणगण पार्वसौ न स्तुतीयः।
मंत्र 5।
यत्र सुप्तः न कंचन कामं कामयते न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत्सुषुप्तम्। सुषुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एव आनंदमयः हि आनंदभुक् चेतोमुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीयः पादः।
भाष्य अतः एव स्वप्न जागृत मनस्पंदनानि।
अतः एव स्वप्न जागृत मनस्पंदनानि प्रज्ञानानि घनीभूतानि इव सा इयम् अवस्था अविवेक रूपत्वात् प्रज्ञानघनः उच्यते।
The third father, prajna, is being described. It corresponds to the deep state of consciousness. Chaitanya identified with the deep state as its field of experience is who prajna. Its different facets were described. Sushuptasthana, one thing, then it was described as Eki Bhutaha, the one in whom the Dvaita is unified as it were. No distinctions are available. Further, we are seeing the adjective Prajnana Ghana. Really, Prajnana Ghana, you know what is Prajnana? Chaitanya. Ghana is dense mass. Eka pindi bhavaha, dense mass. Really, Prajnana Ghana must mean the Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. If Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone were to be there, what should be the condition? Sopadhika or Nirupadhika? Nirupadhika. So therefore, Prajnana Ghana can apply only to Nirupadhika Atma. Whereas here it is employed for whom? Prajna, wherein Chaitanya conditioned by this state plus its cause Ajnana is there. How are you applying this Prajnana? For this answer, we have seen this sentence, okay, just revising. Don't think that I am struggling. Already taken last time. Just to remind you. For me also a little brushing. Yes. Teaching is like that only. Teaching is like that only. You have to what? Connect. The mind is not that so sharp, etc. Unless in exceptional cases. You have to revise and then proceed further. That's why, see, in Bhashya teaching, the style is one or two sentences which you have already taught are repeated to remind both speaker and the audience, for both it is necessary. So the ataha eva. What is that ataha eva? In sleep, entire karya prapancha. Karya prapancha means jagat. Jagat, which is in the form of karya. Karya is effect. Karana, karya. Cause, effect. So this jagat, entire jagat, in the form of effect, with its cause, karana. What is that cause? Mind. Begin with mind, of course. Finally it is ajnana. But to begin with, mind, say, yes, karya prapanchasya, that is along with the mind. So what happens? In sleep, in what conditions are they? Karya prapancha, along with its immediate cause, mind, in what state or condition are there in the deep state? Its cause. What is that cause? Avidya. So that is ataya means because entire jagat, which is manifest in both waking state and dream state, along with its immediate cause, the mana antakarana, is what? Is in the form of ignorance only. Therefore, what happens is swapna jagrat manaspandanani prajnanani. All prajnanas, all types of knowledge, all types of experiences that you undergo both in the waking and dream state, all these prajnanani, what are they actually? Manaspandanani. Manasaha spandanani. Spandana, I said, literally spandana means vibrations, but here it means functions, vyapara. Vyapara. Should be familiar with this word vyapara, not our vyapara. Our vyapara. Commerce trade is our vyapara. Like vyavahara. Vyavahara has got different meanings. Latest meaning I found is business. Not your business word, okay? Any dealing, business. Because the world has become so much connected to trade and all that. Business, we say. No, business is any endeavor, etc. is business. Practice, business, vyavahara. But these words do not have that weight of Sanskrit word vyavahara. See, in vyavahara, even in our Indian languages, it has got a special status. But we have to somehow use the other English word as the context demands. So there we say, these manaspandanani, manovyaparani, all the functions of the mind belonging to what? Swapna jagrat. All functions of the mind giving you different types of knowledge, experiences in the waking and the dream. In the deep state, what has happened to that? Ghani bhutani iva. as though they have become a dense mass. Eva, not really. Last time we have seen the example of what? Example of wax dolls. Suppose 1,000 wax dolls are put together, but it will be one mass of wax, losing the name and form. Not like that. Every prajnana, every jnana of a specific entity is intact as it is, but directly or specifically is not perceived, is not known as a, this is a tree, this is a car, that is a man, river, train, flight, as they are, but they are not distinctly known. That's what it is. That is, ghani bhutaneva, eka pindi bhutaneva, as though they have become one dense mass. One dense mass. Sa iyam avastha. This state of antakarana or mind, wherein you are unable to distinguish one thing from the other, because of this aviveka rupatva, because of lack of faculty to distinguish one from the other, the prajnana ghanaha uchyate. That state is called as what? Prajnana ghana. In contrast to Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, which is possible in the case of Nirupadika. There is Sopadika, ghana uchyate. Still you have not understood. Bhashyakara is very lenient. He caters. In spite of this, if you have not read, he is ready with an illustration. You have to understand that. How? Let us see.
यथा रात्रौ नैशेन तमसा अविभज्यमानं सर्वं घनम् इव तद्वत् प्रज्ञानघनः एव.
Yatha ratrau, as in the night, not Bombay night. Bombay night, darkness is not known at all. Darkness is not, the story of a sparrow. See, one sparrow, a truckload of what? Grains happened to go to Giti. And it's fed to other sparrows, etc. Yeah, you are not getting here grains, etc., etc. Come to our place. Lot of that greenery, etc. Here you have to struggle. There you come. Yes. So along with that, in the truck was they sat me and they said, and came to our Bombay. Yes, so much to eat. Both kaya. So too much. Then what happened? Sunset, 8 o'clock night, 10 o'clock, 12 midnight, all bright, bright and brilliant. The village must have, sister, there is no darkness. I can't sleep at all. I can't sleep at all. So my village is better. So like that, not that way, Bombay. Naishatamaha. Naishatamaha is Naishena Tamasa. Nisha. Nisha means the night. Naisha means belonging night, nocturnal, belonging to the night. Tamaha, that is darkness. Is pitch darkness. Then at the most, the twilight is there of the stars, nothing more than darkness. This is what happens Ratra in such night. Tamasa avibhajyamanam sarvam. Entire prapancha is what? Tamasa. By which darkness? by the darkness of the night, he said, avibhajyamanam, undistinguishable. You can't distinguish one thing from the other. Everything is what? Darkness only. Even if you hold your finger just in front of your nose, you are not able to see. Such a pitch darkness is there. Avijjamanam, ghanamiva, as though one whole mass, as though one whole mass. Tadvat, like that, prajnana ghana eva. So, that is that prajna, that is what is only prajnana ghana, means the one in whom all distinct knowledge have become unified as it were. What eva? Now, why that eva is there? Alone, only. Why that eva, alone, only? So that now it needs to be extended. That is the job of Bhashyakara. Even one word, including conjunctions. Yes. Suppose there is a word or a letter, lecture, copy without meaning, he has to specify. This particular word has no specific meaning. That is the job of the Bhashyakara. So he has to now tell us, eva, only. Prajnana ghana, only. Prajnana ghana, alone. What is meant by that? Eva. Explained.
एव शब्दात् न जात्यन्तरं प्रज्ञान व्यतिरेकेण अस्ति इति अर्थः.
Eva Shabdat, because the mantra uses the word eva, alone, only word. Na jatyantaram prajnana vyatirekena. Other than prajnana. What is that prajnana now here? Unified mass of all knowledge as it were, undistinguishable but intact as they are. So that is Jatyantaram. Anything else says nasti. Yes, that is na. Eva Shabda, na is that. That na should go with the asti. Nasti is not there. There is nothing other than that. Of course, one thing is there which is taken for granted. Come on, tell what is there? What is there? Huh? Chaitanya with Ajnana is there. It is taken for granted. But otherwise, other than Prajnana Ghana, there is nothing else whatsoever. Asti means so it is experienced, so it is known by all. So therefore now Prajnana Ghana eva, up to here Bhashyakara has explained. Now he has to explain us Anandamayaha. So he that Prajna Tritiya Pada is Anandamaya. What is meant by Anandamaya is now being explained.
मनसः विषय विषयाकार स्पंदनायास दुःखाभावात् आनंदमयः आनंदप्रायः न आनंदः एव.
So that is Anandamaya. How many words are there in Anandamaya? One noun, Ananda. Second suffix, Maya. What is Ananda? You know or not? You are smiling with you. You know. Happiness. Maya. Suffix Maya has two meanings. You must be aware in the context of Panchakosha Viveka. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. In 4, Maya is Vikara, modification. Anandamaya is Prachurya, saturation. You know what is saturation? In 1 cup of coffee, 10 teaspoons of sugar. Okay, 5 teaspoons. I will reduce it. 5 teaspoons of sugar. What? Totally sweet. Saturation. So that just context has come, not in the topic wise, otherwise. You know, there is what is called as Manasa Puja, mental worship. So you worship the Lord as if you are physically worshiping, but every step taken toward mentally. But if that person does it with real shraddha and devotion, it is far better than the physical worship, because in physical worship you may mechanically do the puja but mind may wander. Here your mind has to be on the point of puja only. And there you elaborate it, depending on the availability of time, you imagine everything including preparation of naivedya. Naivedya. So naivedya. There was one devotee, staunch devotee, with one drawback. What a drawback? Number 1, Makhi Chus. He was miserly person. He will not spend it. So while doing puja, he wanted the naivedya to be made of pal payasam, milk pudding, for which he has to put the sugar. So sugar. Mentally, he took one big spoon of sugar and was about to put it. He said, this much not necessary. He removed and about to put back little sugar. God came and held his hand. And what do you lose if you put entire sugar? It is not actual one. It was invented. That was his bhava was that. So here, Maya in terms of what? Saturation. In terms of saturation, Prachurya. Such things you should know. But it shows how much devotion and shraddha he had in the Manasa Puja. Actual reality. That is the actual reality of that. So Anandamaya. So what is it? You read it, no? Manasaha. Why it is what actually speaking, it is not really totally Ananda. As though Ananda, almost Ananda. Better is what? Not as though, almost Ananda, but truly not Ananda. Why? Bhashya explains. In that state of deep sleep, this Ananda is of such nature. In usual this dealings, what happens? Manasaha, of the mind here in the sense of antakarana, because Vishaya Vishayi Akara Spandanayasa Dukkha Bhava. Of the mind, belong to the mind, there is Dukkha Bhava, Abhava of Dukkha, absence of sorrow. What type of sorrow it is? Ayasa Dukkha. What is Ayasa? Exertion. You have to do this, that, etc. That Ayasa, exertion gives you what? Sorrow. That we say Ayasa dukkha. What is that ayasa? Exertion of the mind which results into sorrow. This is what is that. Vishaya Vishayikara Spandana. Spandana here is Vyapara. Activities of the mind as what? Vishaya Vishayi. Are you aware of this phrase? What is Vishaya? Sense object. Not sense object. Here Vishaya is subject. No, object. Vishayi is subject. Better take other way. Vishayi, Vishaya. Vishayi, subject. See first. Rama eats laddu. Rama is what? Subject. Laddu is what? Object. So Vishayi, subject, the karta, the doer of the sentence. One who operates the verb, does the activity. So that is the Vishayi, what it deals with. Grammatical object. Grammatical object. Vishaya Vishayakara, Spandana, Vyapara. Who does this? Mind. Is there exertion? You say exertion is not there. Mind says exertion is there. How? Even this is not there. You say no, not greeting hi, okay? Hi, anayasa. You say no, I am at ease, especially Sunday afternoon. Nice lunch was there. And there is no program of going anywhere etc. meeting. No visitors was there. And Sunday evening, Manduke class also was not there. So, otherwise, 4:30 I have to start from here. That exertion is there. That also is not there. Are you not at ease? Of course, until something crops up. Suppose nothing has cropped up. At ease, at ease. You are with yourself. See, you have, that's the greatest thing. When you are with yourself, you need not relate to others. Even if second person is there, what you have to do? You are required to relate. When you are relating yourself with the other, body identification comes or not?
Yes.
Yes, it comes. Somebody asked, what for pilgrimage? And somebody answered, to get rid of body identification. Other person said, in pilgrimage you have got more body identification. Why? You have to suffer many shortcomings and the body gets identified. That is I used to go to where olden days, Prashanti Nilayam, to have darshan, to get rid of body identity or not. Oh, you have to have more body. Don't go that side. That is ladies' side. So I have to remind, I am a gentleman, not a lady, to go that side. Body identity not. For which nothing is there. They say no, there is one Marathi that is saying, Ek Jeev Sadashiv. Ek Jeev Sadashiv. That is told in for a bachelor, unmarried person. Ek Jeev Sadashiv. Only single entity is what? Bliss. The moment Chaturbhuj ho gaya. So what is Chaturbhuj? 4 hours, it has got 2 minutes. One married, otherwise arrested by police. Married, wife 2 hours, other arrested, police 2 hours. So Chaturbhuj ho gaya. So anayasa, at ease, without any exertion, exertionless. Certainly it has to be to an extent what? A state of ananda only. So therefore, in this deeply state, there being no exertion or vyapara as subject, object on the part of the mind, there being no being anayasa, dukkha bhava, there is no dukkha of ayasa. Ayasa, exertion, is not there. So therefore, is called Anandamaya. You may take Anandamaya as totally nothing but Ananda Swarupa. Bhashyakara corrects, no sir, it is not a total state of total happiness. Why? Ananda Praya. Ananda Praya. Predominantly Ananda, abundant in Ananda, that is no Ananda eva, not verily Ananda Swarupa. Who can be Ananda Swarupa? Atma. It is not that state. Why not say Ajnana is verily there? So na Ananda eva. Not simply Ananda and Anandalo, but almost happy, predominantly happy, abundant in happiness. That is what Anandamaya. Why do you say so? Why are you miserly to say? It is Ananda only. So why do you say, listen? What is the reason?
Anatyantikatvat.
Anatyantikatva. Anatyantikatva means na atyantikatva. Atyantika means endless, infinite, permanent, supreme, absolute, whatever you want you take. Endless means vinasha rahita, unending. Atyantika is the happiness you undergo in the sleep, unending. It is what an end. So therefore is there. Being na atyantika means it is vinashi, comes to an end, therefore it is called anatyantikatvat. It is not actually Ananda, but abundant in Ananda. For this state, an illustration is given from the common word.
यथा लोके निरायास स्थितः सुखी आनंद भुक् उच्यते.
Just as yatha loke in the world, a person with nirayasa sthitah, one with without any exertion, you say no, sitting at ease. Sitting at ease, no exertion at all. So nirayasatah, sukhi. Sukhi because in the enjoyer of Ananda, happiness, is called as what? Ananda Bhuk, the one who experiences Ananda. See, sitting at ease, mind at rest. Otherwise that's sitting but not at ease. At what? Unease. Why? Mind is at total unrest. Not that way. Say calm, composed, nothing to be done, nothing to be lost, contented, happy, that way. Anayasa. Nirayasa sita. Sukhi ananda bhuk iti uchyate. So therefore, now you say, this is Ananda Bhuk nature more than that. You know why? That I am sitting at ease. Subject, object are there or not? In a very subtle manner, subject, object are there. Who is functioning? Mind is functioning. So here, that also is not. So it is much more nirayasa. So that is why he explained.
अत्यंत अनायास रूपा ही इयं स्थितिः अनेनानुभूयते इति आनंदभुक्.
This sthiti, the state of deep sleep, what type of it is? Atyanta anayasa rupa. Totally free from exertion. Even that I am is that exertion also is not there. See, that is yes. Anubahi iyam sthiti. This state, which is called as sushupti, this state which is called as deep sleep, anena anubhuyate is experienced by this entity, with that entity, prajna, sleeper consciousness. Anena anubhuyate is this experienced by this entity called prajna. Therefore, that prajna is called what? Iti Anandabhuk. Is called as the enjoyer of what? Ananda. Is it not so? Our experience doesn't say this. After waking up from the sleep, what do you recollect? I slept happily. You slept happily means you did undergo the experience of happiness in the sleep. And again, for that, what did you do? For example, you are listening to melodious music and you are happy. Ayasa is there or not? You are relishing a delicious dish and you are happy. Ayasa is there or not? Eating it. You are seeing a beautiful scene. Here, no ayasa. Subject-object question doesn't arise at all. Anayasa. That is why there. That is Iti Anandabhuk. This is so. Is further corroborated by citing a quotation from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. See, Bhashyakara. He could have said straight away, here gone. No, Upanishad says so. Once it happened, Abhinava Vidyatirtha, the guru of present Shankaracharya of Shringeri. So when dispute came, that he was a Jivan Mukta and studied Shastras thoroughly, and dispute came. What did he do was, he convened a meeting of two types of scholars, the sets of scholars, upholding each view, and then kept a judge acceptable to both the parties, and he was present there, and discussion was going on. For 3-4 days the discussion was going on. You know, all scholars well learned, all were honored. Then it was finally agreed that this view is wrong. Somebody asked, why did you not give the you are capable. Why did you not give the, you know what is it? I am not a Jagat Guru sitting here. I am a student of Jagat Guru. You know, who is a Jagat Guru? Shankaracharya. I am a student of Jagat Guru, I study him, I am not a Jagat Guru to give a verdict here. You could have given, because he was capable. Not only Shrotriya, I was also a Brahmanishta. But no, it is what it should be, that way resolved, not one person. So therefore says, Bhashyakara, it is so. Why? Lord Krishna quotes from the, he may not specifically mention, but they are based on what Upanishad? Who is Krishna? Avatara, Sarveshwara, Yogeshwara. I am telling that he could have shut the mouth of everyone. No, it is not so. So therefore, Bhashyakara corroborates that this Roop Pradnya is Ananda book based on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad.
एषः अस्य परमः आनन्दः इति श्रुतेः.
Brihadaranyaka 4:332, very famous mantra it is. Big mantra. Or you can say Aranyaka. Eshaha. Eshaha, this. What is this? This, which is experienced as our nature. Swarupanubhava lakshana. That is the Swarupa Anubhava lakshana. Asya, of this entity. With that entity, Saushuptasya Purushasya, of the entity who is asleep. Who is asleep. Saushuptasya Paramaha Anandaha. Happiness that is exalted. What is meant by exalted? What is that exalted? Our happiness exalted or not exalted? No. Why not? Why limited? It is accomplished by certain means. Technically it is called as sadhana sadhya. Sadhanaihi, by means, sadhya, that is accomplished. Answer. Any happiness or anything that is accomplished by the means of certain means by certain sadhanas, so that is bound to be limited. Why? Your sadhanas are limited, your karma is limited, result also is limited. This is what is that? It is not that way. It is what? Paramaha, in the sense, na sadhana sadhya, not accomplished through certain means. It is Swarupa Ananda. It is limitless Ananda, which is one's true nature. That is Paramaha Ananda. Iti Shrutehe. So is the Shruti, Brihadaranyaka Shruti. So with this, Ananda Bhuk is commented by the Bhashyakara. Next word, Cheto Mukha, is being commented.
स्वप्नादि प्रतिबोध चेतः प्रति द्वारीभूतत्वात् चेतो मुखः.
द्वारीभूतत्व. Being a dwara. You know what is dwara? Earlier, here itself, Cheto Mukha is dwara. Dwara is what? Door. Door means what? You want to enter your home. What is the means? Door. So that was the means. The means of what? That is what? That is, or you can take Dvari Bhuta means Upalabdhisthana. Upalabdhisthana, the place where Chetaha is available. What is the Cheta? We'll see. What is Cheta? Swapnadi Pratibodha Chetana. Chetana. Chetana means, the Chetaha means Chetana. What type of Chetana? Bodha. What Bodha? Jnana Rupa means the means to go to different knowledge available in the dream and the waking. You are asleep, not now. You wake up. Either you wake up or you go to dream. What do you experience then? If you wake up, waking world. If you dream, dream world. What is the means for, what is necessary for that? Chaitanya is necessary or not? Where is it? Available here. Because here, now it has projected in terms of what? The specific knowledge of waking or dream, as the case be in your case. Sapnadi, adi for Jagarita. Pratibodha equal to Chetaha. That is Jnana Rupa Chetana. Prati, with respect to that. Dvari Bhutatva, being the means or being the place where such Jagrita Jnana, Sapna Jnana is available. Therefore, Cheto Mukha. Means, in short, it is like this. Chetasaha means Jnanasya. Which Jnanasya? Jagrat Sapna Jnanasya. Mukham, Dwaram means the means of gaining waking state knowledge, dream state knowledge. Therefore it is called as what? Cheto Mukha. That is one meaning. Second meaning is given now. Cheto Mukha is what?
Bhuta Bhavishya Jnatrutvam Bodhalakshanam va Chetodvaram Mukham asya Swapnadi agamanam Pratiti Cheto Mukha.
Prati iti, not pratiti. Prati iti. Pratiti meaning become different. Pratiti means what? Knowledge, experience. So here, prati, towards, iti, so. Ek anvaya. Va, asya, bodha lakshanam cheta, bodha lakshanam cheta, sapnadi agamanam prati, Dwaram iti cheto mukha. Wow, that is another meaning. What is that meaning? This. What is the asya? Asya means of this entity. With that entity, prajna. We are discussing about what's deeper consciousness. Prajna. Asya means Pradnyasya Bodha Lakshanam Chetaha. The Cheta, Chaitanya, characterized by knowledge principle. Bodha Lakshanam. Lakshanam, characterized by Bodha, knowledge principle. Chetaha means that Chaitanya, which is knowledge principle. What is its role? It says it is Swapnadi agamanam prati dvara. Dvara means towards coming to her, Swapna and Jagrita. If this Chaitanya Jnana was not there, he can't go to waking or dream. So that's the Dwaram, that is means. Sadhana, sadhana, that is what sadhana is. Or Upalabdhisthana, place where these are available, these means waking and dream are available. So therefore says iti cheto mukha. This pradnya is called who? Cheto mukha. Same pradnya word is now derived further.
भूत भविष्य ज्ञातृत्वं सर्व विषय ज्ञातृत्वम् अस्य एव इति प्राज्ञः।
भूत भविष्य ज्ञातृत्वं सर्व विषय ज्ञातृत्वं अस्य एव इति प्राज्ञः। See, the one who is responsible for knowing past, future and present. Bhuta. Bhuta means whatever that happened in the past. Bhute, in the past time. In the past. Bhavishyat means bhavishyati, in the future. In the past, in the future. Jnatritvam. Jnatritvam is what? That status of being the knower, on account of which past knowledge, future knowledge are possible. Not only that, sarva vishaya jnatritvam. In the vartamana, in the present, one what? Knowing everything. Sarva vishaya, all vishayas, where in the present, at present time. That is what? Vishaya jnatritvam asya eva. The status of knowing past, present and future belongs to who? This prajna, who is what? Knowledge in the form of knowledge principle. Ajnana is there, but we are concentrating on knowledge aspect. Iti prajna means in whom that potentiality to know future, having known past and present is there. Now a doubt may come. Why are you defining or describing prajna secondarily? Is he now knowing the past? Is he now knowing the future? Is he now knowing the present? No. But these potentialities were there, yes. Why not describe as it obtains now? Gauda description, secondary description. Why do you give that? If that is the case, here is the direct description.
सुषुप्तः अपि हि भूतपूर्वगत्या प्राज्ञः उच्यते.
Okay, that will come in the next line, next sentence. So why say, look here, he is not presently knowing the past. He is not presently knowing the past means what? Remembering. Knowing the future means he is able to know what is going to happen in the future. Or directly now perceiving. These are not available. They are not available. So that will say, so yet he is called prajna in this sense. What is that? Sushuptaha api. Sir agreed. What is that? This prajna is asleep. Therefore he is not remembering the past, leave alone the future, not even the present. Yet he bhutapurva gatya. In English we can put bhutapurva gatya means by virtue of earlier statuses. Earlier status or not? In the past is this. In future you will get the status or not? Of knowing. Present you will get status or not? Of knowing. So because of these possible statuses, prajnaha uchyate. Now, what I told you earlier. Sir, these are all secondary descriptions. You are taking recourse to past, present, future, which is not the status now. Why don't you give directly this is what prajna says? If you want that, here it is.
अथवा प्रज्ञप्ति मात्रम अस्य एव असाधारणं रूपम इति प्राज्ञः।
अथवा or. So if you say the description of prajna given is secondary with respect to past, present and future, it is not the case in this case of prajna, who is totally asleep. In that case, asya asadharanam rupam prajnapti matram eva. Asya, kasya, something prajna of this prajna. About this prajna? Not sleep, sleeper conscious. We have to use this word. What are you going to do? Sleeper conscious. Like Vishwa, waker conscious. Taijasa, dreamer. So long as you understand the meaning, well and good. Okay. Don't bother about the rest of it. Otherwise, what you do? Provide a better word. I will thank you. So provide a better word. So long as communication is possible, that's what it is. Teaching is to communicate, to clarify. Swarupa is it? Why do you say asadharanam? You know what is asadharana? Sadharana, asadharana. Here asadharana means unique, not in common with specific knowledge. That is it. Prajnapti matram, nothing but knowledge principle Chaitanya, and Chaitanya alone is its nature, rupa nature, iti prajna. In other types of knowledge, specific features are there, so they distinguish it.
इतरयोः विशिष्टम् अपि विज्ञानम् अस्ति। सः अयं प्राज्ञः तृतीयः पादः।
इतरयोः, in other two. Come on, tell me what are other two? Give me a Sanskrit word. Itarayoho, with give proper declaration you have to give. Avastayoho. Itarayoho, avastayoho. Little grammar, okay? In other two states, avastha, avasthayam, avastayo, dual is there. Why dual? Sleep is excluded, others two are what? Waking and dream. So that's why itarayoho, avastayoho. In the other two states of consciousness, namely waking and dream, what is there? Vishishtam api vijnanam asti. Vishishtam, particular type of knowledge is there. Here it is not particular. So therefore, saha ayam prajna. Sahayam. Now tell me what it means sahayam. Saha means that. Ayam means this. What is it? That this. This prajna was under discussion so far, explained so far. That one, the one who is explained so far. Prajna, Tritiyaha pada, is the third pada of who? Chatushpad Atmana. Atma who is Chatushpad, who has got the four pada. Now, this prajna has got a special status. Earlier, first pada, second pada were over. Now, here we got a special status. You know who is it? Ishvara. Ishvara. In you, prajna is there or not? Tell me. Sure? Vishwa is there? Tejasa is there? Pradnya is there? You in the state of waking is Vishwa. You in the state of dream is Tejasa. You in the state of this is what? Pradnya. You know is Pradnya? Sarveshwara. He is the overlord. Now you see what you are. Are you ready to accept? Amiji, why are you teasing us unnecessarily? If someone tells you are Ishvara, you know how miserable creature you are. And you are Ishvara. Wait. Bhashyakara will explain. This Pradnya, stripped off from the Upadhi, is Ishvara. Are you Ishvara or not? No. Come on. Yes, but provided Upadhis have to be. Are you ordinary? Don't tell me, are you ordinary? See, now what you do? Go to temple and submit petitions. Bhagavan, please do that, etc. With it. Bhagavan laughs, you know. See how great actor I am. How great actor I am. I myself what? You know, submitting a petition to who? Myself. That is because of ignorance. We know not that. Where will you search Ishvara now? In ourselves. Pradnya. See, that is why it is said, there is no atheist. You know why? Is there a person who denies one's existence? I am. Anyone who denies, except a mad person who you are not concerned with it. I am. Even an atheist has to accept that I am is Ishvara. Only this person doesn't know it. Therefore, he should be properly guided and prove that this can be only Chaitanya Swarupa. This is the basis of who? Ishvara. You see that this Pradnya, when stripped off from Upadhis, is none other than Ishvara, Sarveshwara, Sarvadnyaha, Antaryami, so Sarvasya Yonihi, Bhutanam Prabhavakveyo. That's it.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ।
into